Back again to another video. I'm filming this on the same day as the previous video which you have seen, but like always, to start the video off, the current state of the market, Bitcoin is $51,345, so pretty much unchanged when I last checked a couple of hours ago. But today I'm going to be talking about and giving a general overview about the market as a whole and crypto and why it increases in value over time. So I believe the best way to start this off is by talking about the Bitcoin halving and what it is and what creates the value in the massive run-up. So the halving event is when the amount of Bitcoin per block is halved. So this takes place every 4 years roughly. So the last one was in 2020, before that 2016. This one, as you can see on the screen, is in 52 days time, and that means that the amount of Bitcoin per block is halved, and therefore is a way to create scarcity of the asset. Historically speaking, after every Bitcoin halving, there's normally a sell-off of around 20%, but normally 6 months after the halving, there's a massive leg up in the market, in which Bitcoin hits new all-time highs, and it normally goes in like an 18-month to 2-year bull run, where Bitcoin keeps hitting new price targets in price discovery. And then you find later on that then the capital from that then translates to altcoins such as Ethereum, and then other altcoins that are lower down the list like Cardano or Polkadot or Polygon. So right now, obviously we're before the halving, so the price at the moment, the reason why Bitcoin is has made quite a lot of gains recently is due to the spot ETFs being approved, and that has generated a lot of liquidity in the market already, and normally this wouldn't have been a thing this early in the cycle. So that's one reason why the prices are quite high right now for Bitcoin. Still haven't reached the all-time high yet, still a bit further to go. I think it's $69,000 is the all-time high. But yeah, this time because institutional money is in with the ETFs, it's more exposure to the general public, and people can invest in it a lot easier. So that's probably going to be a narrative of this bull run, which is going to help increase the price. You also have countries adopting Bitcoin, such as El Salvador. The leader of that country is quite open about his investments in it, and he's currently in quite a heavy profit margin. You've got the owner of MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor. He's always been a big fan of Bitcoin. Well, I say always, for the last 2 years especially, he's been very bullish on it, and he's been accumulating most weeks, to be honest. And now he owns, I think, 1% of the entire supply nearly. He has nearly 200,000 Bitcoin. Another model that's been used quite a lot in crypto, especially over the last few years, is the Plan B stock to flow model. So this is kind of a model, if you will, that kind of indicates the areas of when price is really going to go to the upside, when it resets towards the trend line and goes up again. And as you can see right now, well, towards the bottom was the blue area, and whenever after a halving, we kind of charge towards the bit on the graph here that I'm putting at. So obviously no one can predict the future. I know that's a bit ambitious, the 500,000 mark, but I seriously think we could hit at least $115,000. I think that's doable. I think anything between that to maybe like 160,000 is doable. But then again, we don't know, because in this bull run it's different. All the institutions are involved, and the market maker could decide to pump it even higher. So this is often a model that's used and has kind of worked to date. Obviously, one of the downsides is it is quite a new model as well. So it can't obviously dictate the future, and also the laws of diminishing returns as well. Every single cycle, obviously, the prices will go back up, but the amount increase in profit percentage-wise isn't as much as the previous cycle. But that's just general knowledge, like law of diminishing returns. But yeah, this is something definitely to take into account as well, and has so far to date proven to be quite correct. So as most people are aware, Bitcoin is the main cryptocurrency, and is what it's kind of started the whole platform for other cryptocurrencies to come in and offer new values and stuff like that. But when Bitcoin tends to have a rally towards the end of the same year as the halving, whilst you find altcoins such as Ethereum, or in my case Cardano, which I'm heavily invested in, they start to really take off towards the start of the following year. So based on previous cycles, if you look here, it took off. This is years ago, back in 2017. It went from like a couple cents, had a massive run up to over $1. This is in pounds, so that's why a bit delayed. It went all the way down for literally a couple of years. I think at one point it went down to like 2-3 cents. Massive, like 98% drop. Everyone said it was over, but no, that's just the plan of the market. Whenever Bitcoin goes in a bear market, altcoins feel it a lot more because they're a lot more fragile, which is to be expected. But then lo and behold, the halving cycle happened. The price was it went up a bit, but was relatively unchanged. And then you can see here at the start of the following year in 2021, massive leg up. Then it kind of reset here, which is that's just following the trend of Bitcoin resetting as well. And then towards the end of the year, massive all-time high. So even if someone bought from the market top before, it would have made like a couple X profit. But if you bought the market bottom, you would have made 100X in your investment. So this time round, obviously the market bottom was 23 cents. At the moment it's around 46 pence. But we've got so much more upside to go based on the fundamentals of the currency and lots of other currencies out there, and the liquidity coming into the market. I seriously think ADA has what it takes to go to $5, so another 10x profit from here. Obviously nothing's guaranteed. I know the UK is just entered a recession, so is Japan, but the narrative is going off historical data, and the market maker ETF's been approved, all the good news coming out at the moment, it just looks primed for a massive leg up within like the next 18 months. So yeah, this is how people make money in crypto. Like if you go back here when the price kept dwindling, you'll see lots of negative stuff in the news, like black swan events, such as Terra Luna going to zero, Sam Bankman-Fried being arrested, like uncertainty about exchanges, other big names and stuff like that. Everyone, once the bad news is all out, you'll start seeing all these good headlines. Bitcoin spot ETF approved, Bitcoin halving cycle. It must be good news after good news after good news, and that's what the market maker does to prime. It's all to a new all-time high. So I seriously think that end of this year Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high, and start of next year altcoins such as Cardano could literally 10x from here. So it's literally a buyer's market. Obviously do your own research. This is not financial advice, but this is my overview of the crypto market as a whole and why it would be worth putting a bit of money in if you have got the extra funds to do so. The maximum Bitcoin circulating supply, that which means the amount of Bitcoins that will ever exist at most is 21 million, and because of each halving cycle, it means that the amount that will be created every 4 years diminishes over time. So right now there's like just under 20 million in circulation, but it will be a halving cycle every 4 years up until 2160, in which the final Bitcoin will be mined. But this like creates scarcity because there's a supply shock, because less can be produced at one given time. So with Bitcoin, you have to pay fees like electricity fees to mine Bitcoin, but once the rewards are halved, it therefore creates an incentive to actually purchase a Bitcoin itself, because it's cheaper to buy a Bitcoin than to mine a Bitcoin. So that's what helps to offset the bubble, and along with other like factors like the market maker chucking money in, institution, law, politics, and general state of the economy. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I aim to post a video in the next couple of days. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Thank you. Take care.